Just in case you were under the impression that Kamala Harris doesn't know exactly how to get under Donald Trump's skin, you might want to take a look at this, which was just posted by Kamala's campaign.
We'll open Anwar again. I got it done. Ronald Reagan couldn't get it done. Nobody could get it done. I got it. It's probably the largest site in the world. Could be bigger than Saudi Arabia. And we will tap the liquid gold that's right under our feet, and we will, temporary ban, we will become energy independent. You know, we were energy independent 4 years ago. We will become, again, first time ever, we were energy independent. Or any other country sell cars into the United States to the detriment of our workers. Because with what they're doing with electric car mandates and everything else.
And look, is the fact that people are pouring out of Donald Trump's rallies the most important issue facing us in this election? No. But is it an absolute surefire way to get under Donald Trump's skin, which will invariably be followed by some unhinged meltdown about how people love him, and the world hasn't seen crowds this big, and how even Martin Luther King Jr. should be ashamed of himself at the fact that his crowds were tiny compared to Donald Trump's? Yeah, that pretty much covers it. And let's be clear, this isn't some new phenomenon here. This is a recurring theme where people are leaving Donald Trump's rallies. Here's his New York rally from just a couple of weeks back.
And think of what our nation would be with no Russia-Ukraine war, no October 7th disaster in Israel and the Middle East. It's inflamed right now. It's inflamed like nobody's seen it for 50 years. No inflation and energy dominance. That's what we'd have, energy dominance. We'd have no inflation. We wouldn't have either the Middle East or the Russia, Ukraine. What a different world it would be, wouldn't it be? Oh, we can't let them cheat on elections anymore. We will rebuild our cities, including Washington, D.C., making them safe, clean, and beautiful again. Right now we have a capital that when you go down there, you have a damn good chance of being hurt, bugged, something. And we will keep the U.S. dollar as the world's reserve currency. We're losing that now.
And here he is trying to explain away the fact that people were leaving his rally in Michigan.
I want to explain something. The people that you see leaving, because nobody ever leaves. And when they do, I finish up quick, believe me. But I couldn't take pictures at the beginning. So I take them at the end sometimes. If I'm late, the plane gets late, you get delayed, lots of things happen. There's a little hurricane going on in Florida, as you know. And so what they do is they say, oh, please come up now at the end of my speech. I said, don't do that, because it looks like they're leaving, like your husband who owns this place.
Now, I legitimately don't know what Donald Trump is saying, but what I presume he's trying to say is that while it may look like people are leaving, not to believe your lying eyes. Granted, here's what the exit looked like at that same rally. So yeah, when Trump says that people aren't leaving, that might be just a tad bit more believable if we didn't watch people quite literally leaving. And while the crowd issue itself may not be important, what it signifies actually is. Trump's incessant focus on his crowds, his desperation for adulation, shows the extent to which he cannot control himself, it shows the extent to which he is a megalomaniacal narcissist, and it shows the extent to which he can be baited. None of these are qualities you should look for in the leader of the free world. A narcissist in office means that he's not looking out for Americans, he's not looking out for us, he is looking out for himself. And especially when that narcissist is facing criminal prosecutions in multiple different jurisdictions, you better believe that his sole priority is making sure that he's okay, legally and financially. He doesn't even have a second-term agenda, but you better believe that he's got plans for those who he feels wronged him in some way, especially with regard to the legal system. Again, this isn't about us, it is about him. And on the point about him being baited, while it may almost seem funny how easy it is to get him to do what you want him to do, it's decidedly less funny when you consider the national security implications of his behavior. If we could so easily bait this guy simply by showing people leaving his rallies, knowing full well how he would react, imagine how easily foreign despots and dictators could bait him, and what the national security implications are in terms of getting him to do what they want. something that could quite literally cost lives or start wars or change the course of history. We need someone in office who is not susceptible to manipulation by foreign powers who are looking out for their best interests and not ours. In fact, here's Mark Cuban discussing that exact point during our most recent interview.
What do you think about the implications of being able to be baited so easily that all Kamala Harris needed to do was dangle a few things out there, a few crowd size, a few rallies, your dad gave you money, and she would hook.
It's crazy, yeah. Those are the kind of guys you want to negotiate against, because you can be in a negotiation for any type of business or any type of circumstances and just hit them with something that's going to piss them off or freak them out, and you have the edge, right? Because they're going to lose some of their confidence, and they're going to lose some of their objectivity, and they're going to lose some of their mind. So it's a huge edge.
Well, that goes against the message that he's trying to convey, which is that you want him in the negotiating room against the tough partners. Can you talk in that dichotomy there?
Sure. Oh, of course, right? I mean, it's not like Putin or Xi or any leader of a nation state didn't pay attention, right, and didn't notice what happened. And so, of course, now you might be more subtle in how you approach it. It could be like leaving something on a table in front of Trump, saying Trump crowd size is down 30%. You might not have to say a word, right? It could be someone saying something to one of the other people in the room, right? An assistant talking to an assistant. Boy, we're really sorry to hear that Donald Trump's crowd sizes have fallen, and then just sets everything off. It's just so easy, that's a problem.
Trump may frame himself as a strong businessman or a strong leader or a strong negotiator, but in reality, he is none of those. He is quite simply a liability. He's putting that much on full display right now. It's on us to make sure that we're listening. And finally, for no reason at all, here's what it looks like when people are actually enjoying a rally as opposed to just pouring out the exits.
So Arizona, bring that joy with you, bring those smiles, bring that positive future as you join me in welcoming the next President of the United States, Kamala Harris.
Freedom, I can't move. Freedom, cut me loose. Yeah. Freedom, where are you? 'Cause I need freedom too. I break chains all by myself. Won't let my freedom rot in hell. Hey, I'ma keep running 'cause a winner don't quit on themselves.
Before you go, just a quick note, if you'd like to see more of my content, which is always free of advertising, sponsorships, and paywalls, please make sure to subscribe to this channel using the subscribe button right here on the screen. And if you'd like to support my work even further, you can grab a copy of my instant #1 New York Times selling book, Shameless, available for sale right now. That link is also on the screen. Thanks so much for watching.